Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new episode of the Athletes Roundtable. This podcast is brought to you by Athleisure Productions, the best place to find Iona highlight reels, podcasts, and much more. Today, we're joined by
Omorede, Rainey,
All right. Oh, if you don't mind me calling that.
or AKA the Big O.
Thank you. Appreciate it. What grade you in?
I am a grad student in my first trimester.
Gotcha. And what's your major? Or
When I graduated from Iona, or
Yeah.
when I graduated from Iona, it was management. It's still management. I'm going for my MBA in it.
Gotcha. Very
What
nice.
are some the differences between grad school and just going non-grad school?
I would say in grad school, it's more so the professors are great in grad school because I also heard that it's one of the best MBA programs in the country.
Oh, very nice.
So that was actually one thing that stood out to me.
Huh.
Also, it's more time management because everybody is also you run to people who's in their 30s, 40s, and they just come in every day to make time for it. So
Gotcha. Are most of your classes online and stuff?
yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you like it like that way or not really?
It's cool, but then sometimes when you get overwhelmed with what you're doing, you'll forget I have an assignment due, and you just be like, oh, I gotta get it done.
Gotcha. And then where are you from originally?
I'm from the Bronx, but
The Bronx.
yeah, big BX out here, man. But actually, I moved to Middletown once I started Iona College.
Gotcha.
Well, now we're university, but
Thank you for specifying that.
sorry.
What are some of the major differences between living in the Bronx and living in New Rochelle?
Well, I live in Middletown, but
Well, yeah,
Oh,
now
yeah,
you do.
yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference
So, yeah.
between Middletown and New Rochelle?
I would say Middletown is a lot more quiet. I kind of do miss sometimes in the Bronx, you got your basketball hoop right outside.
True.
That's one major thing. Everything is just so more convenient, whereas upstate you have to drive everywhere. So that actually pushed me to get my driver's license.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
See, I'm also from upstate, but I do not have my driver's license, and I live in the middle of nowhere, so it's kind of tough sometimes. And
I was
Yeah.
in your shoes.
yeah, exactly.
Big time in your shoes.
So, what is your position right now with the girls basketball team?
I'm the graduate assistant for Iron Women's Basketball.
Gotcha. And when you were an undergrad, were you with the women's team or
I was with the men's
the
team.
men's team? Okay. And what do you do with them?
So I was a manager for the men's team for 4 years. I came in because in high school I managed, so it was just the transition when I used to love it, and I didn't know you could do it
Oh,
being in college, and it was actually it worked out so swell. One of my high school coaches, Joe Emilio, he was the one who told me because I was talking to him about different colleges I wanted to attend, which was obviously the Syracuses, the St. John's.
yeah.
But then he realistically gave me a real pep talk and helped me choose Iona to become a manager here.
Nice.
And it was just the matter of picking best opportunity because I was a freshman. So it's realistically, I go to a high major Power 5 school.
True.
I have the grades for it and everything, but you're also going up against other people who are older than you, vets.
True.
What is the best advice you got to choose to come to Iona?
The best advice I would say if you're to choose Iona is just it's more so you find your family here. You can find if you can find your clique here, I would say that's the best thing. For me, coming in I just automatically have an outgoing personality, even though I'm a very shy individual. So it worked out very well, and just networking with others here.
So when you were a freshman, Patino was not here, right?
No,
Okay.
it was Coach Tim Clues.
Gotcha. Was that totally different from how it is now or how it was last year when you were a team manager?
With Coach Clues here, they have a lot of similarities,
Okay.
but they do have some marquee differences between each other.
Which one did you like better?
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say any controversy. I love them both equally. I learned a lot from both of them. They gave me a great opportunity to be their head manager, and they
Gotcha.
trusted me. And Coach Pitino allowed me to be head manager last year, so it was very cool.
What
And
is
I'm
your
grateful.
What is your favorite part and least favorite part of being the team manager?
My favorite part of being a manager, I would say 1,000% is travel.
Oh yeah.
Traveling is the best part. Like last year we were in Florida for 2 weeks and we beat Alabama, which is like the first time in a MAC team that's ever beaten a top 10 team. So that was like the most unsurreal experience. And then on top of that, March Madness.
Yes. Oh.
March Madness is so insane. Like I experienced it twice and I'm grateful for the experience. But that's just something like you'll never forget.
Man, last year was tough.
Yeah, I know. That was very heartbreaking how we went out last year.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna get back to March Madness?
I believe so.
Hopefully for all of us.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So, do you have any like least favorite parts too, or is just everything good?
I would say probably the least part is laundry. That's probably the only part that I feel like that's least fun. But you got the job, you gotta get it done.
True.
And
So-
me doing those little things helped me to get where I'm at now. So
Yeah. So we're used to interviewing athletes on here, but someone told me that we have an athlete sitting right here, even though you're a team manager. Can you talk a little bit about that?
oh yeah. So last year, my senior year, I was blessed with the opportunity to play on senior day for Coach Patino. And that was, man, an unsurreal experience. So unreal.
Man, it was unreal for us too in the crowd.
Watching it in
Crazy.
the crowd when you went to hit that shot, that was just mine. Like, that was the most hype I've seen that gym.
Yeah, everyone cheering your name. Like, how did that feel?
I'm gonna be real. It was very unsurreal. I didn't think I had that much love from the Islander community, and I'm grateful for everyone I've met here in my 4 years. That's 1,000%.
That's good.
And it's actually insane. Like my father didn't even know how much he always questioned me, like, why am I never home? I have basketball. Like, why was I so dedicated to basketball? And on senior day, when he seen like firsthand, like, wow, like my son like meant this much to the school and to the basketball program as a whole, he was like, wow. That's what my mom told me. I didn't see it. I was too much I was kind of starstruck because I was like Dylan Van Eyck, one of my favorite players to be around. I love all my guys equally, but he was with me for 3 years. He was telling me like that the minute you step on that floor, everybody's gonna be having all eyes on you, which we had a sellout game and all eyes were on me. Yeah, and that was very nerve-wracking. Great advice,
sure.
Dylan. Thank you.
Man, Jordan and I were filming that game actually, and we were so hyped. And when you almost made that shot, we were like sitting back in our chairs. We were like ready. We were like, oh my gosh, we're gonna explode. But man, it was a crazy experience. I loved it. That was honestly one of my favorite men's basketball moments of all time. That was sweet.
I appreciate you, and thank you, Coach P, for giving me the opportunity to play.
Little shout out there.
Yeah.
What are some of the other benefits that came along with being the team manager?
I would say, well, you become a very known individual around campus for basketball. Because like everywhere I go, everybody always comes to me and says like, "Hey, how's men's basketball looking this year? What are your thoughts?" And then they just ask me like for scoops, like, for example, like how do you feel about the team this year? Why did you guys lose this game? Like, and I just tell them the realistic reasons.
Gotcha. Do you get close to the players too?
Yeah, you become very close with them. They're become brothers, and I was fortunate enough. Like they all messed with me since day one, so it was very fortunate that I was very grateful to meet each player I've met across my time here for 4 years. Love each and every one of them.
That's good.
How do you help the team being the basketball team manager?
I would say more so it's about getting the guys in, making sure they're hydrated. We're not water boys. So when you're manager, you're not a water boy.
Make that clear.
Yeah, making that clear. You're not a water boy. But just making sure, like, for example, players want to shoot, you're there to rebound for them. That way it makes their lives easier and the coach's life easier that somebody's there. Making sure the coaches, like, have everything they need for the games. And that was, like, my marquee role was making sure everything Coach P needed for the games was taken care of. So that was a pretty cool experience. And I know you asked me what was another cool perk. I was working for Coach Clues and Coach P. and Coach Cruz won 5 MAC titles, so that was pretty sick. And then also working for a Hall of Fame head coach, Coach Patino, who won 2 national titles with 2 different programs. So that was
soon to be 3.
Yeah, soon to be 3. Stay tuned. A major thing I would say though that helps the guys win is just like you being there for them. Like they have to go deal with their coaches, academics, and they're stressed out. So you could be that one person that could be like, hey, like sit down. They'll talk to you about like what's going on, and just being like, I would say a psychiatrist to them in a sense.
So now this year you're the grad assistant. So what's the differences? Like what more are you doing with the women's team than you did as a team manager for the men's team?
I would say currently right now, I'm like easing my way into learning the real coaching aspect, more so on the director of operations end, which is something I do see myself being in the future.
Gotcha.
And that's something I wasn't accustomed to doing with men's. It was like some things men's basketball taught me, which was food orders and stuff, but that was pretty much really what it came down to.
Gotcha.
And obviously like making sure everything was running fluently for travel.
Gotcha.
So, I know Ryan asked you, did you like which coach did you like to work with more? But my question is, what team do you like working with more? Is it the men's team or the women's team you like more?
Oh man, you guys gonna put me on the fire like that?
You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
To be very frank with you, I'm just grateful for the opportunity I'm given with both sides. So
Great answer.
It helps me.
Great answer.
It helps me for my future. Like I work both sides. So
Great answer. That was perfect.
hey, last thing I need is for Coach Chambers to kill me. Sorry, Coach.
So, why did you choose to come to Iona? Like of all the schools you could have gone to.
I chose Iona because it wasn't just over basketball. It was more so, it was a great academic program. And I knew coming in here, I had a lengthy scholarship, so that was able to help me and my family. Also, the opportunity to do something special with the men's team at that time. And coming off, when I came in, they were a 3P team, so it was a great opportunity to come in and be a part of a 4P team my freshman year. So, grateful.
Has Iona lived up to your hype, being now in grad school? Like the reason why you came into Iona, has it lived up to all your expectations?
It actually has, minus the COVID part. That was the only part that I was like, oh man. But to be very frank with you, like after because last year was really the first full year of like we were getting back into the rhythm of things. It actually has lived up to the hype. In my expectations. So
very nice. So then outside of basketball and school, do you have any hobbies that you like to do, any sports you like to watch or play or anything?
So I'm a big Jet fan, so I love my Jets.
As I am, as with the Jet sweatshirt.
You're doing pretty good this year, hasn't it?
They are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're making noise.
Let's still go Bills though.
Hey, watch out for the sauce.
Yeah, watch out for the sauce, Jordan.
Sauce Gardner's good.
Yeah.
So is DJ Reed.
DJ Reed is doing nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although the Vikings look really good.
Vikings do look like Super Bowl contenders.
Kirk Cousins, you see him with the jewelry going on and everything. I'm like, oh man.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I don't know. You said Bills, but I mean Jets and Vikings just beat the Bills. So like, I don't know. Maybe we got a new leader of the AFC East.
Nah.
All right.
I say Dolphins over Jets too.
Oof. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
What was the score? I know it wasn't Tua, but it was like 40-20, 40-17, something like that.
True.
I don't know, Jordan.
That is the best division, though, I would say.
Yeah.
That AFC East is the best.
That NFC East is very tricky too, because
they're good too. Yeah.
You have the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Giants.
The Commanders just beat them last night. Like the Eagles, that's crazy.
The Vikings are tied with the best
record. The Commanders beat the Eagles last night.
Wow.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
I would have said the Colts were beating them, but wow.
Yeah.
I thought they were undefeated still.
Wow. No, yeah, that was
Vikings are tied with the best record in the NFL now, so Vikings are making noise. Well, it's all Justin Jefferson. I feel like.
Did you see that catch?
That was a crazy catch.
That catch is better than OBJ's one-handed catch.
Ooh.
Oh, I
don't know.
There's an argument to be made. There's an argument.
OBJ did that as he was like being dragged to the ground, but Justin Jefferson did that catch with the player over his back, and I feel like that's a major difference. I feel like he his one arm beat the two hands by the defensive player. Is what I'd say. That's why I feel like Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league, and he should be.
It's a take.
MVP.
It's a fair take.
That's my
I
hot
give
take
it
of
to
the
you.
day. Justin Jefferson, MVP of the league.
So other than football, sorry to get back to this podcast here. Do you watch any basketball or anything?
More so college basketball. I guess that kind of happened once I became a manager for a college basketball team.
Yeah.
But like growing up, it was always me watching NBA basketball, and then the transition to college basketball. So.
Gotcha.
Do you like watching college basketball more than the pros?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's more excitement because you don't know what to expect with college basketball.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot what year it was. I believe it was Oral Roberts when they played Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They upset them. Obviously, Florida Gulf Coast when they went on their run to the Sweet 16. And then this past year, one of our MAC rivals, St. Peter's, just literally went all the way to the Elite Eight, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Which is crazy to think about because we beat them. We swept them in the season.
Yep.
So, I don't know how far would have Iona would have gone. We lost, so that's all we can say. But
hey, the world may never know.
That's true. Maybe we'll make up for it this year. Let's hope.
I hope.
Yeah.
Hopefully they win a game or two.
Yeah.
When they make it to March.
But honestly, I'd have
Manifest
to.
in it.
Yeah, hopefully. Honestly, I'd have to agree with you that like I love watching the pros. I'm a big Knicks fan, but college basketball is just like more exciting. It's just like there's more excitement, especially like March Madness. Win or go home. You have to leave everything on the table. That's like the greatest time to be alive watching sports, honestly. Minus maybe the Super Bowl, but still, March Madness is very fun.
Yeah, especially my first year we played North Carolina, seeing all the Carolina blue, and Washington played right before us, and seeing like you saw all but the black from Washington because they're black, gold and purple, so you just saw a lot of black and purple with the mixture of the North Carolina blue. And then you had our little Iona section with our families. So just imagine seeing that March Madness. You're on primetime TNT, and you're like, yo, this is really happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very unsurreal moment.
What are some of your coolest moments, like traveling with the team?
My coolest moments, for sure, when we played Bama.
Yeah,
and
I'm
beat
sure.
Bama on Thanksgiving, and we end up literally be on everything from Twitter, ESPN, and even ABC News giving us a shout saying they're playing turkey season because that was our theme song last year. So
dang,
you got Coach P and his grandson like dancing, so that was pretty sick.
That was a crazy moment. I remember I was watching. Everyone else was doing the dishes, and I was in the living room watching the game because it was too close to not watch it. So that was a crazy moment. And even honestly, the year before, like when we played them, it was pretty close until like the very end of the game.
Yeah, I believe it was the last 12 minutes.
Yeah. So that was. I mean, I'm sure that was really fun to watch. Were you at that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. March Madness is different.
March Madness is a different ball game. It was that one. That for sure is one of my favorite moments. Both NCAA tournament appearances. Mac Turney's very, very cool because it's literally like how we were talking about win or go home. And in our conference, like we have to win in order to be able to get a bid for the tournament.
True.
So that's another thing. I'm trying to think. There's another cool experience that I've had that I'm trying to.
NIT maybe?
No, not NIT.
No, not the NIT.
No, not the NIT. No.
Do you have like a favorite place, like traveling wise, like with the team, like Florida or?
Definitely
Alabama.
Florida.
Florida.
We were there for 10 days.
That's so cool.
We were there for 10 days. Oh, another thing too. Another favorite moment was playing on Senior Day.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Because apparently, like, it was the first time a real 4-year manager did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first time a 4-year manager did it. So that was pretty sick.
Yeah. Huh. So then, again, outside of basketball, do you wish you had more time to like do any clubs or anything outside of basketball and school?
I feel like because like it would have been cool to meet other people, and that's pretty much like me. Like, I'm very shy, even though most people just.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I'm a very shy person, but I'm always smiling. When I'm smiling so hard, it's just because I'm actually pretty shy. So, yeah, the smile always catches everybody. But I would say for sure, like joining more clubs to meet other people, meet new people, and also like, for example, me getting to know others, me being with basketball, it can also help them to come like, hey, let's go check out and support the basketball team.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool.
Who or what inspirations do you have in life that helps you to get where you're at?
Obviously, my parents. They're my biggest inspiration. They're the reason why I come in every day and work hard. And my goal is to get to where my mom and dad won't have to worry about anything. My family will be straight. That's the marquee thing. But honestly, like just looking back, my high school coaches, they were like one of my biggest inspirations because they were basically you crawl before you walk, because they were teaching me like how to do the things the proper way, and then it translated into me getting at a D1 level because I was coming in every day, busting my tail and do what I had to do.
Do you want to stick with basketball as like being a coach, or would you like to switch to something else?
I would say one day realistically, roughly, I would say that my ideal is to become a head coach someday, but I really do want to be a director of operations for a college team.
Gotcha.
Maybe, or even the NBA. I want to be a director of ops.
Gotcha.
I feel like it's a very cool job.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, well, thank you, O, so much for joining us on this podcast, and thank you to all of you who are watching. We will be back next week with a brand new show, so please stay tuned. This has been the Athletes Roundtable. This is Ryan.
Jordan.
Signing off.